Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we're looking at Nick Fury. We're doing a first impressions dive into the character who I mega tier 2'd. Now, if you're wondering, how do I get Nick Fury? How do I get the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.? First of all, I really wish he looked like this instead of like this, but okay. How do you get him? Well, unfortunately or fortunately, for better or for worse, since he's a pretty OP support and leader and possibly character, we're going to find out, he's only available through the biometric subscription. So you're going to have to go here, you're going to have to get your credit card, and you're going to have to pay real money to unlock, where is he? To unlock the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, if you're a brand new player, you will be given 3 of these the first time that you play, so you will be able to select 3 new characters from here, and I recommend you go with Nick Fury, Luna Snow, and Ghost Panther, probably, or possibly Victorious. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm just saying that is the way to get him now. There's basically no other way. Not basically, there isn't any other way to get him unless you get him from a premium hero chest. I just realized you can also get him through that. So if you're working on either the All Things New or the Realm of Kings quest pack, there are certain rewards that will give you, certain quests that will give you a premium hero chest as a reward. You can pull a, whatever, 3 or 4 star Nick Fury from that. And what are you going to get when you tier 2 Nick Fury? Because really, tier 2 is where it starts to get quite powerful with his Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. passive. I don't think it's worth talking about him at tier 1, although he does have a good leadership regardless, 50% all attack. You really want that tier 2 passive because it applies to everybody, including Nick Fury, giving them immunity to incapacitation, which is pretty good for PvP. Super armor, all defense. The super armor is very good for PvE. And then a crazy 55% increased damage dealt to supervillain types. That's the second highest single increased damage bonus we have as a support. The only other higher one being for White Fox, who gives 60, once I find her, who gives 60% as part of her Kumiho stance passive. So very, very strong. I would personally say that the 55% plus the super armor is definitely worth more than the 60%, because basically for PvE content, you don't have to worry about characters like Iron Man, Human Torch, Weapon Hex. None of these characters will ever get guard broken, and you don't have to give them guard break immunity. It's fantastic, especially if you just care about PvE. As far as his actual skills go, he does have quite a few meta effects: all defense down, guard hit, chance to miss. But really, it's on 4 and 5 that we start to get some pretty bananas stuff. He's got an insane 80% all attack, 20% all defense, 20% all speed buff on shield airstrike. This is one of the best buffs in the game, the best active skill buffs, comparable to Warwolf's 5th skill and Beast's, Stars and Garter's 5th skill. And this is a passable effect. So if you cast this and switch characters, you will pass on these effects. You also have immunity and then whatever burn damage, and also the damage, which also triggers and will continue even if you cancel the skill. So you definitely want to do 5 cancel something. Well, I think it's best to do 5 cancel 4 because the shield turret is insane. It's a VPAT skill, it's an iframe, it's going to look beautiful. I can't wait to rain down hell. And because you're combining 5 and 4 and they both have tons of hits, probably easily over 100 hits when you combine the two, I went ahead and I slapped on a CTP of energy. For those of you that have been watching every day, thank you so much. And you will have known by now, you would have seen this coming, that I did strip Ant-Man's CTP of energy, moment of silence. Okay, moment's done. And gave it to Nick Fury because I really do like Nick Fury. Personally, I hope he gets another uniform for Endgame that brings him back to this look, except without the weird blue armor. Well, it's not weird, but well, whatever. I hope that he looks more like Samuel L. Jackson with his next uniform and not like Tracy Morgan, and that he goes back to the eye patch because it's just so badass. But this is what we got. As far as the ISO 8 set goes, I settled for Hawk's Eye. It's definitely not the best choice. However, it's technically sort of better than Power of Angry Hulk because, of course, with that 10 seconds of 20% all speed, there's no way you need the all speed bonus or the attack speed bonus from Power of Angry Hulk. So it basically comes down to, say it with me now, Ivir Drevo, also known as Overdrive backwards. So yeah, Overdrive is the best set for him. Overdrive, as we know, can cost 10s or 20 or 30 million gold, a lot of gold, damn it. So yeah, it's just not gonna work for everybody. I would say Hawkeye is a decent substitute because although he does have skill cooldown, Wait, he doesn't? He does have skill cooldown as a secondary stat on one of his gears. He doesn't have that much. And yes, you can roll skill cooldown on his uniform, but especially if you don't have Nick Fury's uniform, which I imagine a lot of you don't, then it is pretty good to opt for Hawk's Eye if in fact you don't have the gold to invest in Overdrive. But that's kind of the build. Those are my suggestions. I don't see him being a PvP character, so I think this is mostly for PvE. However, I will say that there is honestly the option to just build him for the support role and just completely ignore whatever stats he might have on his own. I mean, we're going to see now how good he is on his own if I can ever find him, but I will say that there is obviously the possibility of just not doing that and just going ahead and building him like you would build Shuri or Ghost Panther or any other just strictly support character a la Valkyrie. For the team up here, we're going to go with Ronin and... actually not Ronin. We're going to go with Ancient One and Wiccan because they both provide ignore dodge, excuse me. So with this team up, I will have, I think 99% ignore dodge. So you don't even have to use strikers. We can use Nick Fury's own leadership, which is awesome. I've never played with the character before, so we're going to see right now what my first impression is and if he's worth it as a standalone character. We know 100%. Probably the best support slash leader in the game with the 50% all attack bonus to heroes and the additional effect against supervillains with his tier 2 passive. But yeah, that was pretty nice. This is stage 40. Hello. Awesome. 1s and 2s and 3s. I'm a little bit weirded out. He's got a long cooldown though. 12 seconds. Yeah, the long cooldown on his 4th skill did kind of take me for a ride. It's 12 seconds. So you can't proc on his 4th skill consistently, so that is kind of awkward, not gonna lie. Let's see what happens if we just proc on 5. How about that? How about we just proc on 5, because that's 8 seconds. Okay, we didn't even proc. Very cool. Okay, proccing on 4 is definitely the way to go. That's a bar. What? That's almost 2 bars at level 60, stage 40, so he can definitely go higher. Imagine if I gave him 2 supports as well. He doesn't have any healing, so that's basically all he's missing right now, but he is kind of tearing his face off right now. He's tearing, what's this guy's name? Corvus's face off. I think there's the possibility, I do get distracted while I'm playing for the first time, and I'm actually quite impressed with this. I mean, come on, Corvus is not that good. I feel bad. We shit on Corvus in every video. Every video I'm like, yo guys, let's go check out this character against Corvus. Yo, Corvus is getting melted, bro. But seriously, he is. And okay, and I'm dead. Pretty much dead. Okay, we're gonna switch here. I do wanna do this fight a little bit more. I got penetrated there, boys. We did get penetrated. Don't get stunned. Okay, very nice. Switch. Okay, let's just try. I want to try just the 4th skill. Just the 4th skill proc. It should proc fairly soon. Okay, and then when this is done, we're gonna do 5. Because, yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping him alive in between the 5-4 combo, and as amazing as the 5-4 combo is, I'm a little bit... There's just not enough to do in between. 1, 2, and 3 don't offer enough action. I know 3 has an iframe and 2 has the all defense down in addition to the guard hit, so maybe that's what we need to do. But because it's on a 12-second cooldown, we cannot rely on the 4th skill, right? So we're going to need to figure out another rotation. It's a bit awkward. We're definitely going to need to figure out another... Okay, fine. Just fine. Dodge my turret. I don't care. We're going to need to figure out another rotation for Nick Fury. But definitely a very cool character to play as. And, oh, wow. That was... 3 is actually pretty good. Damn. Okay. All right, Nick Fury. All right, Nicholas Fury. Let's pop that. Let's pop 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is just... Oh, wow. That's great. That's like 3 bars, brother. And that's not even with strikers. Imagine that with strikers. Imagine it. Imagine it. I want you to imagine it. Come on, think about it. Think about it. Okay, all defense down, plus 5 and 4. Hello. Didn't get the proc to activate at the beginning, so we missed part of the damage. But yeah, he's got 2 minutes left. Stage 40, no strikers. Okay, Corvus is pretty easy, so we're gonna try him out against someone else. I'm pretty sure all of his damage is physical. Let's just double check. He's got physical attack here, but I mean the actual... Okay, it's all physical. So we're gonna try him against someone a little bit more challenging. Hello, Proxima. We're gonna go stage 40 as well. Stage 40 Proxima is definitely more difficult than stage 40 Corvus. To compensate, we're not going to compensate. We're just going to go with this exact same team. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. If we get hurt, we'll just use the heal from Ancient One. I guess I could have switched Wiccan for Anti-Venom so that if he gets hit, he will heal. during the hits, but otherwise this is whatever. I just want a barometer, because sometimes you don't know. Am I just shitting on Corvus because it's Corvus, or is there something more to this? Oh, I canceled the 5th skill too early. Okay, damn. You definitely do need to wait. That's not much damage. You definitely do need to wait a certain amount of time. That sucks. Wow, it's kind of hard to stay in the bubble, eh? Jake Gyllenhaal, where you at, brother? Okay, there we go. So when we get that 5-4, quite good. Definitely not as good as we were getting it before against Corvus, but that's okay. Again, we didn't expect this to be as good as... okay, this is just not as good. See, Corvus can make a character look better than they are. Corvus is kind of like the hype man. He makes you better than you really are. The bubble is very small. I will say that the bubble is very small. So it is a lot more challenging to stay in the bubble than I thought, and especially against someone like Proxima, who's constantly moving around. There's a lot of burning ground. You definitely have to wait for him to shoot that flare up into the sky, but you can miss the proc because of that. So yeah, a little bit harder than I initially expected, but because you can pop the bubble, as long as you stay in the bubble, you basically have, you know, the majority of time completely protected. So that's not bad. That's like half a bar. It's not bad at all. But yeah, because of the lack of range of his other skills, you can't really do much. You're just kind of waiting for them to get near the bubble. Get near the bubble. When you get the 4th skill, the cool thing about the... Don't die. Oh... The cool thing about the 4th skill is he moves to where you end up with the skill. So if you just want to use the 4th skill as a defensive ability, he'll drop down. Don't kill me. He'll drop down wherever you end. No, get back in. Brother, come on. Is it I don't think it's applying the all defense down. I'm not seeing it apply the all defense down. The 2nd skill. You need to actually hit them because he turns around, so he's not going to hit anyone with that. I'm confused. Oh, I'm dead. That wasn't bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad, actually. Okay, let's try it one more time. Let's try stage 40 Proxima. She does move around a lot, so let's try somebody who doesn't move around a lot. Hey, buddy, and we're gonna try stage 20. That might be too hard. Nope, it's gonna be fine. And we're gonna switch her for her. And we're gonna switch in. Where are you, buddy? Where's? Oh, actually, you know what? No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was gonna give him Wasp's passive, but instead we're gonna go with this. We want the heals, and yeah, this should be fine. Let's just see. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it by himself, but with the double bonus, he's rocking 55 plus 45, so he's rocking 100% increased damage against supervillains, which is insane. And yeah, let's just see what this looks like. Proc on 4. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. I don't see how the all defense down actually gets activated though. Is there something I'm missing here? Is there any all defense down on his abilities? Is it? I mean, I don't see it on Thanos, and no one else can be proccing it, so it's either on Thanos or it's not. But I don't see it. So maybe there's a bug with the 2nd skill not applying the all defense down. I don't know. I'm casting it, and I just don't see anything happening. Yep, I don't see it. The good thing, look at that iframe. Yes, baby. Get all that damage in there. The 3rd skill, iframe, you can definitely use, you can definitely use to protect yourself in between rotations of 5 and 4. But you definitely do want to stack 5 and 4. But it does mean that he can only... I mean, it's good damage. It's definitely good damage, but it means he can only proc half the time. The rest of the time you're gonna have to proc on another skill, and none of his skills do damage like 4. Let's be honest. But I'm not seeing the all defense down, so maybe that's a bug with that skill missing, or maybe it applies at the end of the skill, and I just haven't seen it before. I don't know. I have so many questions, and I have so few answers. We're gonna try to get, come on, get these heals, these heal bubbles for Black Coulson here. Oh, you're such a bad person. Why would you do that? Wow, now I can't heal. That's great. So yeah, this damage is not bad, to be honest. Where is my all defense down, dude? Where is it? Show it to me. Show it to me. Come on. Come on. That's a decent proc. That's like a bar. He could do some work at level 70. Not gonna lie. He could do some work. Yeah, it's not bad. Get back in the bubble, you clown. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a hard time. Right. Oh, I died. Yeah, so I was having a bit of a hard time getting back on that 5-4 rotation, which is really where the damage is. But he's decent. He can definitely hold his own. Definitely an upgrade over Shuri. Like, he seems kind of like Ghost Panther, a little bit less survivability than Ghost Panther in terms of if I were to compare the two, because they're quite comparable as you know, paywall characters who have team buffs that you need. So I would say that he's definitely way more damage than White Fox, better passive than White Fox, better passive than Ghost Panther, although it doesn't apply to villains. I mean, you know, this applies to the most number of characters in the game before Ghost Panther. Ghost Panther applies to everyone, so that's technically the best. This one has a much better effect than Ghost Panther's, although it doesn't have the decreased damage received, so it's a bit less tanky, but it only applies to heroes, which does exclude like whatever 40-50 characters, but it does also give super armor and his passable buffs and the immunity and all that stuff, in addition to his respectable damage, means that he's probably the best buff character in the game, in addition to also being one of the best straight up leaderships in the game for heroes with the 50% all attack. So overall, I would say that yeah, you probably do want to get Nick Fury if it's possible, because he's definitely going to be useful, and we're getting into this like new age of super supports that are even better than the current supports. I mean, I don't even need to use Valkyrie anymore. Think about that. So that's pretty wild. He definitely outclasses characters like Valkyrie and possibly even Coulson, because he can hold his own and he can also act as a leadership, so you have the dual leadership plus passive support, like Ghost Panther with the fire damage and the crit rate, and like White Fox with the debuff increase effect, which stacks with the all defense down on certain skills like Deadpool's. So definitely a lot of value there. As far as his uniform goes, I'm gonna have to do some more testing, but my initial impression is you can probably pass on it unless you for some reason really love SNL from the 90s and you really want to see a large-handed Tracy Morgan rocking out in Marvel Future Fight. So that is my first initial impression of Nick Fury. Let me know what you think of the character. Let me know what you think of his damage potential with 5 cancel 4, because that was pretty awesome to watch on a stage 20 Thanos. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content and you want to support me. Hit the bell if you don't want to miss any content. I haven't said that in so long. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Long outro. Take care.